You're up, man.
Okay, so I won't take too long. I'll just kind of speed run the ones that have already been said. Andor, The Pit, Invincible. Those are all also on my list. I'll say fantastic seasons of TV. It made me want more, especially with The Pit and with Invincible. That's also on my most anticipated. But besides that, as far as like television goes, among them was one that I was kind of surprised that I ended up enjoying as much as I did, and that's Dexter Resurrection.
Okay.
Like, it brought back that pulpy, like really slick, stylized feel that I loved so much from the original Clyde Phillips run of the show. It did such a good job of making, I think, kind of the very mixed ending of Dexter New Blood and making it feel relevant and fresh, and fix so many of the problems that I had with that show. All the new characters that are introduced, this dinner party for a serial killer social club that Dexter finds himself in, all of them are just beautifully performed, especially from Peter Dinklage, who is the main villain of the season. He's one of his all-time great performances from an actor who always gives those. And it did a good job of, examining that moral question of Dexter, especially in comparison to other people like him. Moving on. So my next best show on TV is one that just won at the Emmys, and that's The Studio, run by Seth Rogen. This like super kind of like what we were talking about with the different industries and being in it. This show is like chaotic. It's so funny. It's shot super well. It does a great job of tackling various aspects of the Hollywood industry, and kind of that balance of trying to make great art, but also try to like hit the bottom line and appease your corporate overlords, especially with Matt Remick, who's played by Seth Rogen in this. But supporting performances all around, you got Catherine O'Hara, Ike Barinholtz, Catherine Hahn, who is incredible in this. It's one of the funniest shows on TV, and it does such a good job. You have so many, directors and actors playing exaggerated versions of themselves in this. And it's like, I will say that this show makes me look at Ron Howard differently after finishing this season.
Okay.
That's just part of the studio. It's part of it. Okay, it's part of the universe.
Studio, The Pit,
it's
the universe.
It's the cinematic universe.
Okay. Next up is one of my favorite shows from the last couple of years. It returned this season, and it was just as weird, just as inventive as the first, and that's Severance. The show of, it does such a great job of exploring like the nature of identity, especially when, how they treat people who work on this severed floor, where it is essentially another person. And the show does a fantastic job of addressing that. It has one of I think the most compelling scenes of TV, where you're having both Mark S., who's played by Adam Scott. You have him, his Annie and his Audi having a conversation with each other over like a video camera. And it's one of the best performances on TV. And it also gave us one of my favorite episodes that I've saw. And I think it's either episode 6 or 7 of this season.
Yeah, I love season 1. I can't wait to see season 2. I just haven't gotten around a chance to watch it yet, but I can't wait to. So you're saying season 2 is just as strong as season 1?
For my money, it is. It is up there in quality with season 1.
Okay. What's next?
Okay, next up is one of my a show that I had no idea was going to be as great as it is, and that's It, Welcome to Derry. We talked so much about Stephen King adaptations, how they're kind of coming back in vogue, and with this, it takes a lot of what I think worked so well in the It films and expands on it. It adds new layers and wrinkles to the lore. It has some of the, I think, best kid performances from these young actors that we've seen on TV, and all culminating in this like very odd, very kind of beautiful story of humanity, which I think is what the It films and the novel were like really great about.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, I love this a lot. One of the best King adaptations there. I even think it's better than the movies. I think this
Yeah.
series.
Mhm.
Well, it's kind of that's not hard to do considering chapter 2.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. What you got next?
All right, next, another one of my HBO favorites wrapped up this year, and that's The Righteous Gemstones. This is peak Danny McBride writing. It's like so funny, but very, perverse, cartoonish. It has Walton Goggins as, I think, one of the great, solidifying himself as one of our great character actors.
Yeah. Uncle Baby Billy. Yeah.
Yep, Baby Billy. Baby Billy, who is such an opportunistic piece of shit that I can't help but love watching him.
What a character name, Baby Billy. I may have to watch the show now because of that name alone.
Yeah, I did. I just binged this show just because you had it on your list. Because I know people have been talking about it, and I been meaning to check it out. So I did watch this, and I binge watched Vice Principals. Both those shows. Same kind of creative team. Danny McBride, Jody Hill. Yeah, this was really fun. I like this. This was really good there. Look at the mega church industry there that you kind of got going on. And maybe Walton Goggins, maybe he'll get his free subscription eventually. He'll cash in on those HBO shows. Yeah, what else you got?
All right, next up is one of the first peaks we have at the new DC universe, and that's Peacemaker. A show that I think is up there with some of the best written comic stuff on television. It has some of the best performances, especially from John Cena. It's storytelling. It is, a very obvious reveal if you know ball and you know comics, but it still manages to hit emotionally, which is, I think, the mark of great storytelling. It's like, even if you know it's coming, if it can hit you in the emotional feels the way it does here with the character of Chris, and with this like malaise that he finds himself over the course of this season, that is great TV on its right.
I was genuinely shocked at how good John Cena is in this. It's like he is acting his ass off as Peacemaker in this, so good on him.
Yeah.
I gotta stop being surprised at how good John Cena is, because especially when because I thought that he was fantastic in the Suicide Squad, he gave one of my favorite performances in that. And I've liked a lot more often than not, I've really liked his acting performances.
Yeah. Yeah, I know we were mixed. I was a little mixed on season 2. Thought some of the parts were better than the actual thing, the full final product there. But yeah. What else you got?
Okay, last entry on my list, it's is the winner for Golden Globes at Best Miniseries, and that's Adolescence. This like 4-episode miniseries about like how the manosphere and toxic masculinity, how that's affecting the youth, especially in England, of this young child who's accused of murder, and seeing how that affects everybody around him, how it affects his family, the students around him. On top of that, just one of the best shot things on television. Every episode is done in one single take. There's no tricks in the editing. This is like all true oneers. I've like watched the show like multiple different times trying to catch like, okay, where is the hidden stitch? Where is the stitch coming from? Just technically, it's so impressive to watch. And on top of that, all of the, kind of gimmick of, every episode is done in one single take. That would not work nearly as well if every performance in this wasn't absolutely stunning. Owen Cooper, who won the Emmy for lead actor in a miniseries, he rightfully deserves that. Stephen Graham, I think he gives one of the best performances I've ever seen from him, especially knowing his career and his reputation on television and in film. And like I said, episode 3, it's one of the best episodes of TV I've seen in such a long time. This scene where it's just Owen Cooper, this young kid who's awaiting trial for murder, talking to a female psychiatrist.
He just needed a Dr. Robbie, man. That's all he needed. That's all he needed. Yeah. I hear a lot of great things about the show. I do want to check it out there. Have you seen it, Neal?
I have not. That's one of those things where it's like, I feel like I would get mad and upset watching it. So I just need to get in the right headspace before I see it.
It is not an easy thing to watch. And I will admit that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Was that it there?
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right. So that was Nick's best shows of 2025 there.